Hello, 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 hello. It's Donna, and I'm so excited and I'm honored to come tonight live with you on my 31 Days of Purpose. I promise that for my birthday month, that I would give back, that I would use my talent, that I would do what I believe that I'm called to do in this time. Hi, Andrea. Thank you so much for joining. Day 6, guys, and we're going to talk about calling. What is your calling? Have you thought about what your calling is? Hi, Yvonne. Thank you so much for joining. One thing that is key, guys, finding and following your calling is a huge part. Hi, Renee. Thank you for being consistent. Thank you, Andrea, for joining me each night. It is such an honor to be able to serve you. What I was saying was finding and following your calling is a huge part of living with purpose. Yes, finding and following your purpose, your calling, is a huge part of living with purpose. So tonight I'm going to talk to you guys. Hi, it's so good to see you. And you guys make my heart um, just warm and I'm excited each night that I get to do this, guys. It is part of my calling and it's part of my purpose. So tonight, as we look at purpose, I want us to understand. I want you to write this down. Purpose, write this down. A calling has a dual purpose. A calling has a dual purpose. I want you to write this down. Yes. Hi, David. Thank you for joining. And the first purpose of your calling is to bring light into the world. Yes, the first purpose of your calling is to bring light into the world. How many of you would agree that there is darkness? Yeah, if you agree there's darkness, you can talk to me, Donna. There's darkness. Let's have a conversation, guys. So your calling is to bring light into the world. And the other dual purpose, part of that dual purpose, is to grow you into the best version of yourself. To grow you into the best version of yourself, meaning for you to become all that God created. Yes, I see your hand, Andrea. All that God created you to become. Yes, to bring light into the world, your calling is to bring light into the world and for you to be who God has really created you to be, for you to become that, to live up to your fullest potential as a representation of the unique representation of the Spirit of the Most High God. Yes, that's what a calling, the purpose of a calling. And I want to share this scripture. It said, the one who calls you is faithful and he will do it. So I want you to understand that your calling, the one who called you is faithful and he will do it. I think we believe that we will do it. And so because we believe that we do it in our own power, in our own strength, we oftentimes don't answer the call. But tonight, I want you to know, if you're under the sound of my voice, the word of God says, he who called you, the one who called you, is faithful. He will do it. God is the doer. Yes, Andrea, to bring light and to grow you, you got it. And I want you guys to write this down. God is the doer. You are the yielder. If we really believe that God is the doer, as we are the yielder, that God would do it through us. Breathe that in. That God God is the doer, because especially overachievers, we are just doing everything in our own strength. And it is tiring, guys. It wears us out. We cannot do it. We get weary and we will give up in doing well. But I promise you, if we start with our calling, my son and my husband having too much fun upstairs watching the Dallas Cowboy games. And for the Cowboy fans, you know what time it is. That's probably, yeah, y'all not happy right now. But in any case, I want you to know that God is the doer. Let's start with that. God is the doer. And because God is the doer, it can be done. He will do it. All we have to do is say yes and yield. And we're going to have some homework at the end. We'll get to that. So right now, I'm going to leave you with 7 keys that point you to your calling. Write this down. Number 1, you have a vision that you can't shake. You see yourself doing this thing and you can't seem to get it out of your eyesight. You have a vision and you can't shake it, no matter what. I've had a vision for years of me speaking on the stage with a sold out like an arena. And I came out on the stage and it was dark and I had a light. And the audience had a light. They had little lights. And I was singing this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. And I was leading the whole audience and singing this little light and encouraging them to let their light shine, to bring their light to darkness. In other words, answer your call. I've had this vision for years and I can't shake it. What is your vision that you can't shake, Renee? What is your vision that you can't shake, Andrea? What is your vision that you can't shake? Those that would join me later. What is it? Or secondly, there's a place of frustration and suffering that you just feel like you have to do something, that this is my work to do. I feel called to this. What is that place that you may feel frustration, or you may see some suffering, or there may be some pain there, that you know without a shadow of a doubt that this is the place where you know you should be making a difference. This is the place that you should answer the call to allow God to do it through you. Number 3, what's that place? What's the thing that's been tugging in your heart that you feel like you just have a feeling, an inkling, something that you know you should be doing? And you cannot not do it. I like to say that's not good English. It's not proper English. But there's some things that you feel like you cannot not do. And one of those things for me is to move to Maui, Hawaii. I felt like I had to do it. I felt it, that I had to do it. And I could not explain it. Sometimes your calling may not make intellectual sense. It may not be rational. It may seem somewhat irrational, and you probably be ashamed to talk about it to others. But can I tell you, if you feel it and you cannot not do it, say yes to it and yield to it. Number 4, oh my God, resistance. Where is that place of resistance? Write that down. Number 4, sharing your story, sharing your life. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Renee. Absolutely. Number 4, guys. Ooh, where's that place that you have resisted? You know you don't want to do it. You're afraid to do it. You might feel like it put you in the box. For me, that was preacher. I know I answered the call to the ministry to use my voice to minister life, to minister the gospel, to minister good news. But over the years, I became disfranchised with the whole idea of being a preacher and all the stuff that's going on in the world. And I felt like I would be put in a box. That has been my area of resistance. But I can tell you that's my calling. So what's your area of resistance? Where's that place that you have just like ran from it? You have been outrunning that calling. Oh my God. Where is yours, Renee? Where is yours, Andrea? Where is yours? Resistance is a huge indicator of a calling. God has a sense of humor. Number 5, Maybe you're already doing what you know that you're called to do, and you feel this sense of fulfillment and ease and flow and meaning, and just you know that you know that you know that you're on your path. I believe right now that I'm on my path, and I'm allowing God to do what He wants to do in me and through me, and more importantly, as me. Yes. Number 6, that place that you feel so ill equipped to do. You know that you want to do it, and you see others doing it. You have this something in your heart to do it, but you say, I don't even have the right relationships. I don't have the right education. I don't look the part. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm too dark. I'm too skinny. Whatever that thing that you might want to talk yourself out of it, but you know that you know that you know that you're here to do it. What did I say in the beginning? God will do it through you. It has nothing to do with your education. It has nothing to do with your past, but everything to do with why you're here. If God called you to it, He will do it. Trust Him. This calling is a faith walk. It's not something that you can wrap up and put in a bow and I do A, B, C. It's not going to go in a linear fashion. It will go. You probably have some ebbs and you're going to have some flows. It'll probably be more of a cycle, and you grow and you expand and you expand and you expand, right? So it's not that thing that linear, well, I could do A, B, C, where your brain wants to be able to figure it all out. You will not be able to figure it all out, guys. But you can trust the process. It's a process. Number 7, you know that you know. You know that you know that this is what you're supposed to do, and you're just not yet that person to do it. Meaning, you don't feel like you've expanded enough in your beingness to do it, but you know it is your calling. All of these are keys that can point you to your calling. You have to know. It's something in your heart. You can't shake it. A calling is not something you think about today and it's gone tomorrow. That may just been an idea. A calling is something that's deep in your heart, and no matter how you try to remove it away, it's like, you remember the weeboos wobble, but they don't fall down? You knock it down, it pops back up. You knock it down and it pops back up. You knock it down and it pops back up. You knock it down, it wobbles, but it pops back up. That's how calling is. It keeps popping back up. It keeps gnawing at your heart. It keeps, sometimes it may even keep you up at night. Trust that I'm called. Yes. Oh my God, not being obedient. Yes, 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 yes. So we have to know that there are these 7, I've just given you 7 keys that can point you. I want to call them signs that can point you to your calling. It's so important that you listen. Find a quiet space to hear what some call intuition, spirit, whatever you want to call it. Remove the distractions and find a place to hear with your spirit. And know that fear is going to be a part of the journey, and be courageous enough to do it anyway. So here's your action steps for tonight that I want you to leave tonight and ponder. What calling is showing up right now for you? What calling is showing up right now for you? And what do you need to say yes to? What do you need to say yes to, guys? What calling is showing up for you right now? What do you need to say yes to? What do you need to say no to? What is it that you now need to say no to? You may have been saying yes all along, but it's time that you say no to. Because in order to say yes to your calling, you have to say no to something else. And I know it may be scary, but like the Weebles Wobbles, callings don't go. And my friend Angela would tell me, once you call, ain't no uncalling. Just answer it. Say yes to it. What action can you take right now to fulfill that calling? How can you back that powerful yes with a powerful action in the direction of what you feel called to? You don't have to eat an elephant at once. You don't have to build Rome in a day, but you got to get started. And I talked to you last night or the night before last. You start where you are. You use what you have and you do what you can and trust that God says, he who called you is faithful. He will do it. Yes, he who called you is faithful. He will do it. What might happen on this planet if we were faithful to allow God to do it through us, to bring the light into the world through us? What might possible? How might the world change? How might the world be different if those that and Martin Luther King didn't answer his call? How would the world be different if your grandparents or your mother or your father didn't answer their call? That thing that God put in their heart to do at that time. Sometimes our calling takes a lifetime, and other times it may be for a short period of time. But the thing is, you got to do it. Allow God to do it in you. And I know, can I promise you, when you answer your call, it will fulfill your heart. Not the call that somebody else wants for you, but the call that God has for you. It will fulfill you. It will be fulfilling. So tomorrow night, I will be speaking during this time, 7:30 time frame. I will be in Delaware speaking to a group of entrepreneurs, spiritual entrepreneurs who believe that they're called into business. And I will be their speaker. Hi, Carrie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's our time, guys. It's our time to bring this light into the dark world. It's our time to answer the call. Whatever it is that God has put in your heart to do, say yes tonight and get in action. Just the one action, not the next 10 steps, just the one. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, I've been over here about 20 minutes. I honor your presence. And I hope that something I said tonight will get you courageous, allow you to be courageous enough to say yes, Lord. Yes. Even if it's not rational, say yes. And that back that yes with a powerful action in the direction of the call. God bless each and every one of you. I'm so grateful that I'm on my journey. I say yes to my call and that you're a part of my journey. God bless you guys. Until tomorrow night, I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, but I'll find out. But I know that 31 days, I'm not going to miss 31 days. I'm coming to you on purpose. God bless you. Good night. May God give you great clarity on your call. Yes, that God will give you great clarity on what it is that you're here to do. That he will give you the courage to do it, and you will say yes with a committed action. God bless you guys. God bless. Hi, cuz Terry. Answer your call, babe. All of you must answer your call. We need your light. We need your light. The world needs your light. The people you're here to serve is waiting for your light. Yes.